Hello, Pensacola Bay. Hope you are doing well. Brian here with Dr. Sharon Thompson with our Faith and Hope Counseling, here to give you another equip resource to make sure you are trained in great mental health and also just godly living as we engage just this day that God has called us to live. Hey, if you need counseling resources for you or for a loved one, I really want to encourage you to contact us here at Faith and Hope Counseling. We're so blessed to have that housed in our ministry center here. You can just call 471-3430 or log on to faithandhopecounseling.com. We'll connect you with all the resources. Happy to be able to minister to you there. Hey, well, we've covered a lot of topics over the last few months, and well, now we're covering what is an interesting phrase that we have probably all heard. There's a phrase that's often gone around. It's called emotional intelligence, or EQ. Part of that is, what do you do when you flip your lid? Now, I know we've never had that happen in our life, so we're talking about other people.
Other people, right.
All right.
People that aren't us.
Yeah, so, but here's what we're looking at. What happens in the brain going on when any of us flip our lid? So Dr. Thompson's going to fill us in on that, and how can we kind of navigate when these situations happen in our life. So, Dr. T, what happens?
Yeah. So, Brian, there's a real simple model that Dr. Dan Siegel, who's a brain researcher, came up with called the hand model of the brain. So I'm going to show you. So you have your hand here, and we think about this as the brain stem. So that's the part of the brain, that's that primal part of the brain. It regulates your breathing, your heart rate. Big deal. You want your brain stem to work, right?
Okay, back of the head, going
that's
on
right.
down. Okay,
that's
got
right.
it.
And then we think about here, this part is the limbic system, regulates emotions, feelings, the most active in adolescence, which makes a lot of sense,
Sure.
right? All those
they're
emotions.
growing and the chemicals going all over and everything. Yeah.
And then covering that is the cortex. And so that's the smart part of your brain, the part that reasons, makes good decisions. We think of it as the wise brain, right?
Okay.
And so then when something happens, let's say, you had a stressful day at work, the phone wouldn't stop ringing, didn't get anything done you wanted to do. You've had days like that. Your to-do list didn't get done, right?
Yeah,
and so
there you go.
You're going on, and then, you're driving home and you have a flat tire.
Okay.
Right?
Sure,
And so this part of the brain, it starts to sort of go like this, right? It's going, I'm getting a little aggravated here, the cortex. And then you have a flat tire, you're trying to change it, and then somebody almost sideswipes you.
Okay,
right?
yeah,
While you're trying to change the tire. And so it's kind of like it's trying to hang on. And then you keep going. You're almost home, and then there's a wreck in front of you. And so then an hour later, you finally get home. And so it's just barely hanging on, right?
Yeah.
And so then you get home, and your teenage kid who you've told over and over again, like, don't leave your dirty dishes in the sink.
Sure, yeah.
You find this pile of dirty dishes. And all of a sudden you just explode, right? You flip your lid. That part of the cortex, the smart part of the brain, is done. It can't hang on anymore.
Wow.
It's finished. You just explode at this kid and you say, I can't believe it. You are, you're the laziest kid, and you just lay into him, and it doesn't have anything to do with him, right? It has to do with all the stuff that happened.
It's been building up, okay.
Right.
Gotcha.
And while normally as a parent, you wouldn't respond that way because you're smarter than that, right? It's because this part of the brain, the smart part of the brain, has just left. It's gone, and it's not available to you.
You flipped your lid.
You flipped your lid, right.
Okay.
And so what we want to think about is, how can we re-engage the smart part of the brain so that we can use the part that's smart?
Okay.
So that we're not thinking from this emotional part of the brain, because it's just not very smart. It only reacts.
Yeah, okay.
It only emotes.
All right, so what are a couple ways that we can re-engage the smart part to kind of unflip the lid?
Mm-hmm.
Any ways that we can do that?
There are. One of the ways is, it's going to sound kind of strange, but is taking deep breaths, because the cortex needs air. It needs oxygen, right? And so stepping away, taking deep breaths. I remember my parents saying, I got to take a few breaths, right? And so, but that's really true.
Breathing helps unflip the lid.
Right. Taking some deep breaths. Calming. Just walking away from the situation and being calm, being quiet helps. So those are some things that help. If you're engaging with someone who's flipped their lid, what doesn't help is you meeting them with a flipped lid too, right? Because two flipped lids mean nobody's smart in the room.
This is a good word.
Right?
Gotcha. Okay.
And have you ever seen that happen?
Oh yeah, yeah. You're trying to going against each other, competing.
Yeah.
Two flip lids never solve a problem.
Right. It happens a lot in marriages, right? That everybody flips their lid, nobody's saying anything smart, that people are saying stuff they don't mean. And that just never works. So what we want to do, if somebody's flipped their lid and we're addressing them, we want to go, hey, could you tell me what you need? What could I do to help? Even if you don't feel that way, still asking those questions is going to help re-engage the cortex, calm things down, to just speak in a calm voice. What can I do to help? What do you need right now? Do you need some time away to rethink this? What do you need? So that we're not talking to the limbic system, which isn't very smart, but that we're talking to the smart part of the brain that can make good decisions.
Gotcha. Good word. Good word. Well, I hope this helps just for us to be able to kind of re-engage the brain whenever we think it's flipped out. Hey, for resources like these and many others, we encourage you to contact us here at Faith and Hope Counseling. If you need counseling, or would you like for our team to come out and do a consult at your church, we'd be happy to help you. For more information, just contact us here, 471-3430 or faithandhopecounseling.com. Have a great day. God bless.